afterwards. Okay, so this is the main building, okay, and this is our communal dining space. You can see that this is obviously the dining room, but we roll out into the conservatory, and on a nice day we've got the garden space as well. One of the biggest advantages of Earlscliffe is our home-cooked food. Okay, have a look through. So this area, because it is our main building, which means that the administrators are downstairs, I'm downstairs, the nurse is downstairs, this is the central point of the school. It is also a girls' boarding school, a boarding house. So that means that this area is also used as their student kitchen. So just like we saw in Goldsmith House, they're able to use the fridge, the cooker, the sink, the facilities outside of those meal times. Okay, and obviously on a nice sunny day, the garden space is put to good use. Throughout the year, we tend to punctuate the terms by having some nice communal get-togethers. We'll have a barbecue, for example, next term for the coronation, and so we'll have a little bit of a English garden party with a barbecue, followed by probably an English afternoon tea. You see here, although it's empty at the moment, it gives you an idea. This is our on-site kitchen. So we've got two chefs, Chef Mark and Chef Jerry. Chef Mark has been with the school since day one. Okay, so he's seen our school grow. He has a varied menu which caters to all kind of dietary needs. If the students come along and they say, oh, hang on a minute, I'm not sure about that, he's always quick to whip up an omelette or something as well. Okay, so it's a good, varied, healthy, nutritious diet. This is Mr. Harku. Mr. Harku is our assistant head. He's in charge of our pastoral care needs. So would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Harku?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have to give you the microphone.
Yeah, I'm the assistant head pastoral. I look after all the boarders. Well, all our students are boarding. Help with managing the boarding houses, make sure the students are happy, make sure that they get the right medical care. And on a daily basis, they know they can come and pop into my office and check on issues. Maybe they like something, maybe they don't like something. So there's always somebody they can go to in the school. It could be either me, their house manager, or their house parent. So there's a lot of support for students in our school, and they do come and use the support. Yeah, thank you.
Earlscliffe has 3 academies, okay? So we have a creative arts academy, we have a basketball academy, and we have a business academy. And each term, or half term actually, each half term, we organise an all-school event to follow those themes. Recently, just before Christmas, we had an all-school photography competition where we asked our students to show what life in Folkestone is like through their own eyes. And they created these beautiful pieces, many more, but these were our winning ones for the display. So this is a new installation. Okay, come and take a seat. Again, we're going to have another look. We have the laundry, which is obviously laundry. So all the sheets are being changed now because we've just finished Easter school. But the students have a rota and they can use that themselves as well. This again is one of our common rooms. So as we discussed, there's always plenty of entertainment areas. This one actually does have a PlayStation, but it's one of the few that does. So it's limited time, and we have pianos throughout because we do have quite a few piano players. What's on board, at the moment it's empty, but within the next couple of days it will be populated with all of our activities for the next term. So the students will come, they will be here, for example, go-karting, and they'll tick their names and say, I want to attend go-karting, but there's also one blank piece of paper saying, what would you like to do this term? And they can vote for what activities they want to do at a weekend, and we'll go ahead and organise it for them.
And the girls really enjoy being in Folkestone because they're near enough to the town centre, which is quite a small town centre, so we feel quite safe for the students after school time to wander into the town. There's a few cafes and shops and places that they can go and eat. which they really enjoy, but we also monitor that process. So before they go out to town, they have to sign out with us in the boarding houses. So they have a sign out board, they do that, and they speak to us to tell us where they're going. And then they're allowed to go out early evening, but they always have to be back by 7:30 at the latest. And we have WhatsApp groups, so I'm always in touch with them. So if they're going to be a little bit late, or they want to ask me something, or I want to ask them something, then we message each other or call each other on WhatsApp. All the boarding houses do the same with that. At the weekends, they're allowed to go further afield if they wanted to go to London or to Ashford or Canterbury, one of the other places. But for that, they have to do a process with us house managers. So they fill in a form to tell us where they're going, when they're going, who they're going with. We don't let them go on longer trips away from school without it being with some other students. Just for the safety point of view, and then they tell us all their arrangement, what time train they're getting, etc., so that we can keep a check on everything and make sure that they've planned it out and they're going to be safe. They tell us where they're going. Sometimes they like to go to London to the galleries or to see a show or to go shopping. That's all fine as long as we have those details. And then we tell them to keep in touch. So if again, if there's a train that's running late or something like that, they can get in touch with us. That's for a day, what we call a day leave. So if they want to go to London for the day or something like that. If they're going away for the whole weekend, then we need that to come from the parents or the guardians so that they can okay that and authorise that. And if they want to go out in the evenings, during the week they have study, so that's not allowed. But on a Friday and Saturday evening, when they don't have study in the evenings, they can apply again to the house staff to have what we call a late night. In fact, it's only until 10 o'clock. And again, they have to give us all the details of where they're going, who they're going with, what time they're going to be coming back. So we try and let them have freedom, but also make sure it's as safe as it can be by keeping in this regular contact with them, making sure that they've planned out their trips and excursions, etc. Probably the favourite thing that they do at the weekend is visit each other's boarding houses in any case. So a couple of students from my house might visit some of their friends in another boarding house. And again, when they don't have study on a Friday and Saturday, that's absolutely fine. And we keep in touch with the other boarding houses. So I will message and ask if it's okay for a couple of my students to go and visit their friends, and the house manager in that house will contact me and say they've arrived safely, or I'm sending somebody to walk them back again, etc., etc. So we try and encourage the independence, but make sure that we're really keeping them as safe as we can do.
Mm-hmm. So as we discussed earlier, the Earlscliffe environment is a young adult environment. We're specifically helping our students grow and progress from 15 years to 19 years. Students might come for a shorter period of time than that, depending on their personal needs, their background, their own educational systems, or the qualifications they have themselves. But for example, we start with the 1 year GCSE. So sometimes this is called an international transition year. 1 year GCSE is what our English curriculum is based on. That's the core qualifications. So here at Earlscliffe, study 5 subjects, which gives the student that introduction to the core English curriculum. So it's the core subjects, English, maths, the sciences, and then something that's a little bit more humanitarian, psychology, for example. And then students are also invited to study their own language, because it's quite an easy qualification to obtain, and it just strengthens that portfolio before moving on to the next level. The next stage of the curriculum would normally be the A-levels. So that's our main intake. That's a 2-year program, okay? And the A-levels are what's known as kind of the gold standard of education, generally for students between 16 and 18, but we have some variation on that, again, depending on the academic experiences and the curriculums that our students have come from. Students will study 3 different subjects, okay? So they're broken down into Block A, Block B, Block C, and there's a variety of things that the students can choose from. But it means that they can really focus, they can really drill down on their own talents, their own interests, their own pathways is the term that we use, their own personalised pathways. So for example, a student might be very science-led, and so they can do biology and physics, psychology, things like that. The more academic students sometimes choose four subjects, and again they can study their own language. Another option that we offer is the business diploma. Okay, so that's a 1-year qualification. It's often the choice of students who have a very entrepreneurial mindset, or who are looking to go back into the family business. And it gives a range of skills. It gives an introduction to obviously money management, and we'll use kind of real life examples, case studies. We'll look at Google, we'll look at Apple, we'll look at why a company chooses to franchise rather than stay independent, things like that. So that it's a good learning experience, and it's a very popular area of our school. The 4th option is the University Foundation Year. Now the University Foundation Year is often seen as kind of the icing on the cake. So for students who have achieved in their own academic curriculums, they then sometimes find it a little bit difficult to have access to some of the best universities in the UK. This course is specifically designed to aid that process. So we'll put together a really good portfolio of experiences, of skills, and we'll use this time to really strengthen that application.
Hi, my name is John Peach. I work here at Earlscliffe. We are an independent international school that caters for students who are aged between 15 and 19. We are an international school, so we have students from all over the world. They come here to study a 1-year GCSE program, they do A-levels, and we have a wonderful foundation course. Currently we have 5 Kazakh students studying with us at the moment, and it's a really big market for us. Many of our students go on to study at top UK universities such as UCL, York, Leeds, Imperial. We've had some brilliant success stories. Our school is small, so we currently have around 130 students, and our focus is to make sure that students have a fantastic experience, that they increase their knowledge, they improve their English, that they have extracurricular activities to keep them busy, but also that we provide a really strong family environment. Our bedrooms are big and cosy as well for the students to look after, and we have a brilliant pastoral team that supports the students with everything. So Earlscliffe has 130 students. They all board with us really. We only have 1 or 2 day students. So all of our students live on site. We provide wonderful accommodation. We have twin and single bedrooms. So students either share with one other student or they have their own room. And all of the bedrooms have ensuite shower rooms. We really try and create a home from home environment so students can feel comfortable. Of course, the academic side is good. Our teachers are strong. Our university support is great. What we want our students to do is to wake up in the morning and feel happy about where they are. Wake up on a Saturday morning and think this is a nice place to be. And that's what we really promote here. And because of that, we have home cooked meals. We have kitchens where students can cook for themselves if they wish. We have a pastoral team that really cares about them. And because we only have about 130 students, every student is looked after and cared for. Wonderful. So this is one of our girls' bedrooms. As you can see, each student has their own space. The rooms are large, they're airy, there's big windows, and they're very, very light as well. And of course, there's storage for all of the students. You can see the laundry baskets there as well. Students have laundry every week, so we do the laundry for every student in their first year. In their second year, we ask them to do it themselves, so they prepare for university. We have cookery classes, we have things like laundry classes, we help students to open their own bank accounts because we want them to be fully prepared for university and the real world. And you can see one of the ensuite shower rooms here, meaning that students aren't waiting for hours every day to use the bathroom. Because all of our students here are aged between 15 and 19, we want to create an independent living space for them. We want them to feel like they are adults and they're not being treated like children.
Okay, welcome to Grimston Gardens. 3 of our school buildings are here. To my left is Schoolhouse. This is our main teaching building and it's all classrooms and our auditorium where students will do their study periods. Behind me is 25 Grimston Gardens. It's a boys' boarding house, and next to it you will find Flowergate, which is a girls' boarding house on the top floor, and classrooms and science classrooms on the ground floor. Okay, Schoolhouse is our main teaching building. We have a dining facility through here for lunch times. This is for lunches pre-ordered for sandwiches, paninis, jacket potatoes that the students can opt to have instead of the cooked lunch in the main building. To the left of the stairs is the head teacher's office. And upstairs here we have teaching rooms for English, history, geography, mathematics and modern languages. This is an example of one of our English teaching classrooms. All of our classrooms are for class sizes of 6 to 10 students. We have a map here of where our students come from across the world. As you can see, they're from as far away as Japan, Brazil, Nigeria, and many of the European nations as well. This is an example of one of our larger classrooms for mathematics. Class sizes are usually around 10 to 12. All of our students studying ITY, GCSE year group will do maths, English and science as standard. If you want to take out the window. So our schoolhouse garden is going to be refurbished over the coming year, and we are introducing garden classrooms and sports areas. This is our auditorium. It's a multi-purpose space for study, school assemblies, and other activity groups such as Pilates or our Interact Club. Okay. So that's the... So we're moving down Remembrance Hill here to the sea level. On our right is the English Channel. And on a clear day, you can easily see France. Folkestone is really well situated for travel. You can come across on the Eurotunnel into Folkestone itself. You can get on the train to London and then take the Eurostar to Europe. And we're only an hour and a half to 2 hours from all of London's main airports. So in front of us now is the harbour area of Folkestone. The harbour arm on the left-hand side used to be a railway station. It stretches out into the sea and has lots of restaurants and craft stalls. It's extremely popular in the summer, but also in the winter they had Christmas fairs there. They also have an outdoor cinema, which is great for, again, things to do at the weekend. This area of beach is pebbles, but behind us there are some sandy beaches as well. And a lot of people swim off these beaches. side is the Harbour Inn, which is one of our favourite eateries. And off to the left, the colourful buildings, is our creative quarter. So there's lots of shops there that are crafts, arts, and a really big art scheme in Folkestone is the Triennial, which happens every 3 years, when many artists will come and visit the area and leave sculptures and arts in the town. So right in front of us is the indoor skate park, which I was telling you about. It's the biggest indoor skate park in Europe, and there's lots of activities there. It's really popular with the students. In Folkestone we also have sports centres where the students can go to swim, use the gym, take part in classes, do football and badminton and other popular sports at the weekends. And we organise lots of activities and trips to keep the children amused at the weekends and during the holidays. So we would go to the local zoos, to the local castles. There's lots of culture in this part of England. We're in the county of Kent, which is known as the Garden of England, so it's all very beautiful. So we're just heading past the shopping centre and the supermarket, which is one of the local supermarkets for our students, and we're heading towards the Folkestone Central Station. Folkestone's very well served with train links, bus links, coach links, and we have an excellent array of taxi companies that will come and meet our students at the airports and bring them safely to their boarding houses. We're just going under the railway bridge here, and we finish our journey at Folkestone Central Station, where you can get a high-speed train to London in 52 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed the tour.